Hi folks, my name is Paul Pasali. I'm the Chair of the National Growth Areas Alliance. For months and months we've been trying to convince the federal government the importance of infrastructure in outer growth areas of capital cities in Australia. We hear the stories, the problems with infrastructure, the problems with childcare, all the problems that councils are facing because of growth. What we've shown the federal government is that by investing in growth, they can get a return on investment and at the same time improve the quality of life of all of us. We want your stories. We want all the stories that you need to tell us that is causing you the issues in your area, the issues that are good and bad in regards to infrastructure coming into areas of communities that are important for all of us. We want an Australia where you matter, where infrastructure matters. Please help us, give us your stories. We need those stories so we can get the information to the federal government, because it's so important to get your quality of life right, not only for now, but the next generation. Here's some real stories from people who are experiencing some of the issues in regards to infrastructure in their area.
To be able to come out here and have a new house that's yours to kind of mould and do what you want to do with it and make into your own space was a great opportunity. The proximity to the country, we're right on the urban fringe, and so it only takes 5 minutes driving down the road and we're in the country and very close to national parks and other open spaces. We are given planning permits to build our homes and we come and live out in these spaces, and there's basically nothing here to support us for our lives. We have to travel miles and miles to get to shops, to get to schools, to get to transport, to get ourselves into the city if that's where we work, to get to employment. If we're not living in the city, then we have to drive a long way to get to where those employment hubs are. Those things are really difficult for people that live in these areas. I think people get very frustrated with being essentially forgotten about. The government and local authorities need to be better at actually getting timely access to the infrastructure that we need. The infrastructure that we'd really like to see in these areas is better roads. So we have tiny roads, tiny country roads that have to service thousands of people. So new roads, duplication of roads, traffic lights, a railway out to our area which has been planned but there's no money for it from our government, maternal child health services, schools, especially independent schools and secondary schools are really lacking around here. Local employment hubs too. A lot of we have to drive either into the city or across town to get to employment hubs, and just to get more of those areas closer by would be good. There has to be some equity. We're all taxpayers and we deserve to have those services and that infrastructure that people in inner urban areas have. Even the infrastructure that is put in isn't enough. I think the thing that I would like to most see change in the next year would be government funding for roads and for public transport. If we could have those things improved, then that would take a lot of stress off people and reduce their travel times, reduce the amount of money they're spending on petrol, and I think would make people a lot happier.